Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. I am Carla Denard, Reiki Master, Spiritual Coach, here to help you on your journey of awakening and ascension to heal yourself, lift your vibration, and rise to become the best version of you. Today, we're talking about perception. What does it mean to change your mind and change your life? Why your perception actually creates and can change your life. It's so important. So let's dive on in. Perception, being able to perceive things from a point of view, from your point of view. What does it mean to have a negative perception? What does it mean to have a positive perception? Why does having any of those affect your life? Because when we're enclosed and encased with a negative, maybe low vibrational perception, we will perceive even the positive aspects of our world as negative. And I say this because I have, in a positive way, and even on the negative side, I've been through both, is I've perceived even the positive things to be negative at some points in my life. But on the better hand of it, I've also perceived the positive side of having a positive perspective. So what does this mean? I'm going to give you some examples. For instance, if you have a mindset of perceiving the world to be a wondrous, curious, uplifting, limitless place, and your intention in your heart and in your mind and in your energy body, if you have positive intention and you give out that same energy to the world, it's going to come back, and that's what you are going to attract. Therefore, when you are met with that positivity and that positive same energy that you're sending out, it's going to be perceived as positive. It's going to be perceived as, this is amazing. This is great. That person is wonderful. Wow, what a wonderful experience. Whereas if you have a negative, lower vibration energy that you're putting out into the world, you don't have pure intentions for people or things. You always have a doubt in your head of people maybe not being trustful, not being trustworthy, and you're always believing the worst case scenario. You're going to perceive the positive things that people do as negative, as, trying to either one-up you or trying to get away with something. You're going to see it in a negative lens because of the negative outlook and look that you have on yourself. It's going to be projected that way in your reality. So you won't be able to believe that when someone is being genuinely good and kind to you, you won't be able to believe that it's genuinely kind and good when it truly is what it is. So having a good perception, having a change of perspective of positivity can impact your life in tremendous ways, because as you change your mind, you change your world, you change your vibration, you change your outlook. It's all an effect of starting with self and how you view the reality and how you view things to be. So I advise you to try to change your perspective. And in order to do this, there's a few tips that I will give you that are very powerful and impactful to implement in your life. Try to change the story you tell yourself about every situation or anything that you are met with. Try to be the observer and less judgmental and less projecting whatever story you want to put onto any situation or person. And change your intentions. If you don't have the best intentions, ask yourself why you don't have the best intentions for other people. It might mean you need to do some inner healing work. There might be childhood trauma or, something from the past that you're holding on to. So try to do some inner work to see why you don't have the best of intentions for others. And also, last but not least, changing the mind, rewiring your perspective, rewiring your thoughts. So that goes with everything that you're consuming. Keep an awareness of what you consume, because what you consume can either lower your vibration or raise your vibration. So it does matter, because it does affect how you perceive the world to be. So that is my advice and my take on the perspective, on how changing your perspective, changing your mind, rewiring your brain, your neural pathways with positive thoughts, with a different perspective, can change your life. It can literally change your life. And even if you are met with some negative situations or people who might not be in the best mood, you will notice when you become aware and when you are in your truth and your power, your authenticity, you will see that it is not yours. You will actually be able to notice that there's no need to take offense, that there's no need to have a wall up, to be defensive, or to be upset because they're in a bad mood, or because they are projecting their wounds, their hurt, and whatever they're going through out into the world or onto you. You will actually know not to accept it, because you will know that it's not you and it has nothing to do with you. So you don't take it personally. And that right there in itself, that's a different perspective. You're changing your perspective, because you're changing the story and you're changing what you're met with. You're realizing that it's not you, it is them. But either way, regardless, you'll be met with so much more positivity when you change your perspective and you adapt a life of becoming more positive. And that's not to say that anytime you're not going to have those negative thoughts, or you're not going to have times of struggle and, times of sadness or whatever. It just means that you're choosing consciously to have a different perspective on different situations. That when you're met with struggle, when you're met with sadness or whatever you're faced with, you don't have to stay in that energy, that you can actually shift out of it. And just by changing your perspective, changing the story, changing your tune, you can literally change your whole reality and any outcome of a particular situation. So that's my best advice for you. I hope in some way it resonated with you and that it helped you today. If you resonate with this content, please like and subscribe to my channel, as it does help my channel grow and help to get my message of love and light and growth out into the YouTube world. It does help the YouTube algorithm for my page. So thank you so much. I appreciate every single one of you. And until next time, heal, lift, rise. I love you guys. Take care.